We want to teach our kids to give back so that they can take that with them throughout life.
I think in some ways, because we have so much here in America, we have no clue what it's like in other countries. This begins, I think, to open their eyes to see what is really out there and what they can do to help.
A penny, just one penny can make a difference.
I think it's just really important, and every penny counts.
The mission of the Maluti Elementary School is to provide a quality education. It exists to support the hospital personnel so that they can stay there for years to come, knowing that their children's educational needs are being met. When I had the opportunity to visit Maluti, the things that made a dent in my heart was that there's an astronomical need, that is there not only in that community, but in the outerlying areas.
They had a little tiny cart, like a train cart thing. They were just having school in there, and it got really hot and stuffy, and it wasn't the best place, so they wanted a bigger school.
During the summer, it's very hot. Sometimes we have to open the back of the container so that actually we can let the air, ventilation. But during the winter also, it's extremely cold. If it's cold, we have to try to get some things to warm the place up. So it's a challenge.
To kick off our penny war, the teachers got together, we wrote a little skit illustrating kind of what's happening, inside that penny jar.
Each teacher was either a coin or a dollar bill.
Each of these coins were criticizing each other and talking about each other.
And they all thought that they were the most important.
And then Mrs. Johnson, the kindergarten teacher, she was only a penny. And she jumped in and everyone started laughing and she was all sad.
We were to make fun of the penny, but in actuality, the penny in the penny war was the most significant because the more you had, the more points that you had.
The moral of the story is no matter how small you are, you still count.
A penny war is to put something in a little jar and you give it to someone that doesn't have any money.
Each grade has their own jar, and the students bring in pennies and put them in their jars.
Like first, that would be a jar, and then second, that would be a jar, and they would have to collect money. Like penny for a quarter.
And the pennies are worth 1 point apiece. Dollar bills and $5 bills, all paper money is worth the number of points that the bill is worth.
But then they can bring in silver change and put it in other people's jar, and it's negative points for them, like for quarters, negative 25 points.
And they could sabotage other classes, put more silver into another class's jug.
You lose points because you get silver, they take away your points.
You can just dump in a whole bag of quarters. That's what kind of made it fun if you put a lot of bad stuff in other people's.
Chunka, chunka. Click, clack, click, clack.
Clink, clink, clink.
Click, clack, click, clack, clack, clack. Clink, 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 clink. Click, clack, click, clack. Donk.
The winner at the end is the group that has the most positive points, but there are also 2 ways to win. You can win on points, or you can win on the amount of money your group has raised.
If you're going for points, then you're gonna try to put the silver coins into other people's jars, but if you're going for money, you might wanna put the silver coins into your own jar. big bag, like big as the trash can bag, and we put all the pennies in there. I found some pennies in the car too. One for Andrew, one for me. My dad has like a big jar of cents, and he didn't know what to do with them. And then I asked him, could I use your cents? And he said, yeah, sure. So we took, I took the whole jar with me.
The students didn't realize that it would really make a difference until they began to see the jugs starting to fill up. And they saw everything from just a little bit of pennies in one jar to one jar might be half full. And one day they came in and one of the jars was almost filled to the top.
They loved it. I mean, every morning they had these huge bags filled with pennies or dimes or nickels and just waiting their turn to drop in their money into the jug. So it was a very exciting thing for that week.
Some parents got really involved, trying to make sure their child's class won.
I was like, 3rd grade has how much money? I can't believe that. And 7th grade has this much, and oh, the 8th grade's not doing that well.
There was a lot of rivalry between the classrooms. The 7th grade and the 3rd grade really were the two that battled it out. The 7th grade would come in with a lot of silver coins and reduce the points of the 3rd grade, and so on and so forth. I mean, back and forth.
Someone came in and put a jar like that big of silver coins in ours, so we had negative 50 points.
The younger kids were the ones who won, so they were very competitive.
4th grade won, the littlest group in the school. Somebody helped us out. I think my teacher knows who it is, but they won't tell me. So I'm wondering.
And what's so amazing is just with pennies and loose change, you know, we were able to come up with over $1,300 in contribution.
We went way over our goal. Our goal was $523, I think. So we went like right through it.
I see Hope for Humanity as an excellent opportunity to connect the educational system, something that we could work on together. Collectively, as a school system, you can accomplish a lot more. And I think that knowing that you were a part of something bigger, something broader, is a rewarding experience for everyone involved.
It's a very important lesson, you know, to help out children that are not as privileged as ours, and to teach your children that you need to help them out any way possible.
I felt good because I just wanted to help another country. Plus, I just wanted people to be happy about like having a new school and stuff.
I'd like them to get that sense of, as they grow older, that they will feel that desire of wanting to help someone else.
It made you feel like you were actually helping something. It wasn't just for fun. You were actually gonna make a difference in the world and stuff, and it felt good.